Well, hi friends, it's time for Guardrail 18 from our Greater Freedom book. And this one says, let's look inside the guardrail. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also, or there your heart will be too. Matthew 6 verse 21. And see inside the guardrail, this boy is sitting on a mat. So we know it's the book of Matthew. And let's see, there's some sticks. So it's chapter 6. And there's twin T's. Those two red T's are kind of on their side with the penny. Verse 21, two T's, so 21. Matthew 6, verse 21. And some of you know that song, I have the joy, 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 joy down in my heart. Well, let's sing that with this song. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also, or there your heart will be too. Ready? For where your treasure is, there your heart will be too. Your heart will be too. Your heart will be too. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be too. Matthew 6, verse 21. Da-da. There you go. Matthew 6, verse 21, Guardrail 18. Well, let's take a look what the principle in action is for this guardrail. Principle in action. Invest time memorizing God's word, and your love for God will grow. Invest in the life of others, including your enemies, and your love for them will also grow. Hospitality comes from the word hospital. When we extend warmth and welcome to others, we are providing a setting where healing can take place. Invest in your home, and you'll appreciate the things God has blessed you with more. Washing a stack of dishes reminds us we had plenty to eat. Children who make one meal every week for their family appreciate the meals others make for them the rest of the week. They are also better equipped to fend for themselves once they leave the nest. So remember, look at our clues. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. The boy is sitting on what? A blue mat. And there's sticks there, so the sticks make us think of chapter 6, verse 21. See the two T's kind of on their side? Yeah, with the penny. 2D, 1. 2 T's, 1. Let's put God's word into our treasure chest. That boy has truly done the right thing, putting God's word into the treasure chest. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be too. Your heart will be too. Your heart will be too. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be too. Matthew 6, verse 21. And Wendy's added something here that I really like. To ask ourselves, how are you investing in others? Do you offer encouragement to those who are hurting? Do you sometimes cook or bake and then share with others? Do you go the extra mile by doing what's needed without being asked? Well, I call it an extra mile with a smile. Do you volunteer and donate to worthy causes? Do you show appreciation to those in uniform? When you see a policeman, fireman, EMT, or soldier, do you shake their hand, look them in the eye, and say, "Thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice"? Wow, those are great things that we should do and teach our kids and our grandkids. How are you investing in your country? Politics determines policies, and policies shape culture. It determines who has power and when and how it can be used. Therefore, God expects believers to participate in government. Well, that's what Daniel, Deborah, Nehemiah, and many other characters from the Bible did. Fifth graders can't vote, but they still have power. If informed, they can practice persuasive speaking by encouraging adults to vote for the candidates they feel best fit God's definition of righteousness. Voting is good stewardship. In America, Christians could win every election if they all voted for the candidates who best align with God's word. Those who feel called to lead should. Such was the case for Edward Durr. Although many considered this God-fearing father of 3 and grandfather of 6 a joke, Ed allowed himself to be vulnerable. And in 2021, he defeated New Jersey's long-serving Senate presidents. Ed's conservative values, his willingness to knock on doors, and even when exhausted and hurting, his determination to return America back to its constitutional roots won the people's hearts. And Stephen Sweeney's war chest of $2 million was no match for Durr's $10,000, for Ed had God on his side.